Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for being with us.
Yeah.
So, approximately a year ago, I think March 27, 2024, you shook up the world with a very personal post. Can you tell us your story and why you chose to share that very personal story
Yeah.
and far beyond your internet persona?
Yeah. So luckily, my wife cares enough about me to, push me to go to appointments that I don't want to go to. So one of those was a dermatology appointment to get a bunch of, just your typical moles checked up. So we moved to Florida, and obviously it's the Sunshine State. So, spent a lot of time out in the sun, and we were also about to go on a huge trip down to, I think it was like the Bahamas or something. And I just recently had a mole checkup, and she's like, let's just do another one. She didn't have a good feeling, and we ended up finding this, massive mole on my foot, which doesn't look very big, but felt like it was really, really huge at the time. And luckily, again, the doctor who was there as well wanted us to get a little bit of it removed immediately, which I was not prepared for. I was ready to walk in there, and she's like, yeah, this doesn't look good. I think we should probably, remove this. And I look at my wife, and I look back at her. I'm like, so we schedule an appointment for like a week from now, 2 weeks? And she's like, oh, we're going to take it out right now. And that ended up leading to it obviously getting further tested, and it turned out we needed to remove it all the way down through the epidermis to make sure that it doesn't spread any further. And we ended up getting it all, so we're all good to go. And we decided, pretty quickly, I was talking to my wife and my assistant Andre, and we were trying to figure out if we should share this story to, my Twitter and to all of my followers. And I know that a lot of people go through these types of journeys and they kind of want to just deal with it within their family, but I felt like, I obviously have this massive audience and a lot of people that can potentially, even if I save one person from going to get a checkup, it's worth sharing the story. So that was the ultimate decision, and I don't regret it for a moment. I've had a lot of people in my community that have come into my chat and reached out through emails and things like that, saying that they've found something and they were encouraged to go to one of these appointments and to get a skin checkup, to get their moles looked at. So it was no regrets, and very happy to share that with everybody and to be here today.
Thank you. I mean, your post, yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing it like so openly with all of us. And at the time, the post, your post, turned into countless news articles, thousands of reposts.
Yeah.
And you mentioned it, you got thank yous from your followers, but how did your core audience respond?
Yeah, I think they were shocked as I was for being so young and to be diagnosed with something like this. Like, I was in the office, obviously going there and sitting there waiting to be called, and I was surrounded by a bunch of people in their 80s, and like, I'm not. I was gonna make a joke. It wouldn't have been a good joke. But anyways, like they're on their way out. You know what I mean? And I'm like this youngest person in the room by like a mile. There's no one even close. And that was kind of the response as well. A lot of people were shocked, and a lot of people of all ages. Obviously I have a younger audience, but a lot of my audience has been growing up with me. I've been streaming for 12 years, so a lot of people of my age as well were, again, encouraged to go and get checked out. But it was perceived really well, and in a world of trolls and people that are pretty mean online, a lot of people were really really nice, which was always a good thing when you're sharing something so personal that you don't just get shredded and torn down, which kind of happens on the internet. So.
And then how does this experience, and then from the first diagnosis to the second, and then the surgery, and how does it change your legacy, and how does your message, how do you want to convey your message now to your community and maybe beyond?
Yeah, so forever, what I thought my legacy was going to be was just this gamer, streamer, put streaming on the map and kind of blew that up. And I realized that this was an opportunity to be more than just somebody who entertains people and can distract them from their everyday lives and give them entertainment. I can be somebody that could potentially, save people's lives with just going and inspiring people to get checked out and get their yearly, or, in my case, every 3 months for the next year, mole checkups. So it's something that, I'm super excited to be partnering with Roche-Posay and just really starting another chapter in my career. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.